Hey. So I've been in Paris for almost a whole month now, and I still like it, but I am missing things from back home. Um, Especially wish that I was back in Navan with all my friends during this last week because I know it was really sad for everyone with the car accident. I was thinking about it and all the families, and I just feel really, really sad for them. So this week, I didn't really do much except on Thursday, I went to Isabel's and I met a bunch of friends that she knows, and we went to. They have an international student cruise. It's called Erasmus, and students from all over the world go there, and you can kind of meet people from different places. Um, that was fun, but it said that there might be a cruise on the Seine from 3 to 4 a.m. So we were waiting for that, and it never happened because it only maybe happens. And I guess that night there was no cruise. So we stayed up till like 5 to catch the first RER bus of the morning. So I definitely have never stayed in downtown Ottawa to catch the first 95 home. That would be ridiculous. Um, this weekend, I'm going to have my first poutine at the Canadian pub. And then on Sunday, I'm going to go for coffee with Sarah. I really wanted to tell you guys about my experience at a pool in Paris. I went swimming at a pool with Mireille and Abel on Wednesday, and it was a really nice complex. It had an indoor 25-meter pool and an indoor, like, kind of like a warm pool, and it had an outdoor 25-meter pool and a dive tank with high dives. And the outdoor pool is open all year round. So you can go swimming there outside, even in the winter, which is cool because it never really gets below zero. Obviously, I couldn't resist but to, like, check out the lifeguards and to see, like, what they were doing and how their rotations were and everything. So, on the 25-meter indoor pool, there was one lifeguard, and he was stationed in the shallow end on a chair that was pulled away from the pool. So he couldn't even see the deep end really clearly, and he couldn't even see right down in front of him because the chair was pulled back from the wall. And they were hardly scanning, and I think they were on for like an hour at a time. But the person outside was even worse because the 50-meter pool was here, and there was big bleachers, and there was a lifeguard sitting on the bleachers up here, like, looking at the pool. But if anything happened, he would have had to run down these huge bleachers to get to them, and it was bad. I saw a kid running actually on deck, and I had the urge to yell, like, marche, but then I was like, no, I'm not on duty. I also saw them teaching swimming lessons, and that was even more shocking because they were there was this man, he was trying to learn how to swim, and he was very nervous, and he was wearing a belt and noodles, but the lifeguard wasn't in the water. The lifeguards don't go in the water very much to teach. She was actually poking him with a reaching pole to guide him places and pulling him so he was close to the wall. Like, I was shocked by that because I told Mireille that it would be really rude if you ever poked someone with a reaching pole to try to teach them swimming lessons in Canada. And they just do demonstrations on land, never go in the water. Really, that's really rare. So then I decided to ask one of the lifeguards, and he told me that sometimes they go in the water more for preschool classes. Thank goodness. But their lessons are really different. They usually do them with school, so they don't really have, like, swimming lessons like we do as much in Ottawa. They don't have as many levels and stuff. And lifeguarding is also more of a career job. So the man I talked to was, like, in his 50s, and he was still a lifeguard. All of the CPR and stuff is pretty much the same, 30 to 2, except if it's 2 guards, it's 15 to 2. If it's one person CPR, it's 30 to 2, which is kind of weird. They have the same sort of infant and child thing, except if a kid drowns and isn't just unconscious, so if they are unconscious because they drowned, they give them 5 breaths to start out with, which is kind of weird to me. They do still check for pulse, and they also still do rescue breathing, unlike us. Oh, and another thing that was surprising is they only had one spine ward for all 4 pools, and it was outside by the dive tower, so like pretty far from the main indoor pool. And to become a lifeguard in France, I wasn't exactly sure because he didn't really explain it that well. But he seemed to be telling me that it took like a year to become an instructor, and I think he was trying to make it seem like it was a really difficult thing to become an instructor in France. But I don't really know because they obviously like didn't look very good when they were teaching by poking in a reaching pole. This upcoming week, I might be going to Euro Disney on Wednesday with Abel and his dad, so that'll be pretty cool. I hope everyone is doing well in Ottawa, and I miss you. Bye!